Need your carpets or upholstery cleaned fast? Whether it's a spring clean, bond clean, or just wear and tear from the pets and kids, Be Clean NQ is your premier quality carpet, upholstery, rug and mattress cleaning service. They'll go above and beyond to guarantee the best job at the best price. And they're 100% locally owned and operated. Have a chat to the busy bees at Be Clean NQ today. Go to beeclean.com.au because they're not happy until you are.
Yeah, the land of the long white cloud has taken our scalps home, so we're off to the suburb of Bruce to redeem ourselves. Welcome to On the Ranch. Brought to you by Malones Irish Pub at the eastern end of Flinders Street. Get down for a $15 cob loaf, or a $15 crumb steak, or a $15 palmy. If you got $15, the Molly Malones is the place to be, so we're told. But if you're a Patreon fan, you can get there with your receipts and get a free drink at the $10 tier. Anyway, I'm XRBob on Twitter, or X, or whatever you want to call it these days. You can call it whatever you like, the little bird. And I love how he's quiet until I introduce him. It's so good. It's Morgan Holmes Evans.
I'm just waiting to get it out so I can say X is a dumpster fire.
Is it? Trust me, it is. I nearly gave it up.
Yeah, it's bad out there. But thank you for having us again this week. We're back. We're back to go.
Glad to be in your ear holes.
Yes, we're back.
Who's not back is Pistol. We cut him. That's it. He's done.
Yeah, we had enough of him.
Enough. And this is his notice, actually.
He couldn't win a multi. He's no good for us. He basically couldn't provide any sort of income at all.
In effect, Morgan's accountant has said that we have to cut him, so he's cut.
Yeah, basically, he's become he was a tax deduction, but now he's just a straight-up liability.
Straight up liability.
How's that for a bit of tax humour for you on a Tuesday night?
The old auditor has said, nope, no more.
Yeah.
Joining us at the table tonight is long-time fan, first-time listener, long-time lurker. I don't know. Not first time listener. That's not.
No.
First time, long time listener, first time participant. That sounds better. Welcome to the table, Jeff.
Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Hope it's Jeff, not Jeffrey.
Oh no, Jeff's fine.
Jeff's fine. Excellent.
Jeff's fine.
Welcome, Jeff. Yeah,
Welcome.
Jeff has been a Patreon member since we opened it.
From
really.
the start.
From the start. So he owns half the equipment we've got on this table.
Actually, he was checking out some serial numbers before.
Yeah. That's, they probably match up to the tax receipts anyway. Yeah, so welcome along. It's good to have you. This is part of one of the Patreon perks, if you could call it that.
Welcome to Temp Studio number 2.
Temp studio number
It's about temp number 4, actually.
It really
the way
is.
we're going. We'll get
what
there
a
eventually.
disgrace.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so high tech.
Oh, it's very homey. Very homey. This
Very
one.
homey
Yeah.
as well.
Good lighting.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is good lighting. I've got to give it this one.
I do feel comfortable here, even though I'm on the wooden chair.
I used to sit on that side, but I moved over to this side because I feel that side's easier for guests because this is a lot of holding and it's just not too.
You've got to hold your stuff.
Yeah.
And you've got to be oriented the right direction.
You've got cats attacking you and all sorts of stuff going
Yeah,
on.
and then you get cat hair on you from the bodgy chairs.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Yeah. Anyway.
Welcome to the pod. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no worries, guys.
You're obviously a Cowboys fan. It's probably a silly thing.
Oh, absolutely.
I would hope so. Otherwise, why are you listening to us?
He's a member.
Well, yeah, I remember 2024 member.
Paid
at
up.
least. Or you've got a shirt at least.
No, paid up member.
Oh, good. Very
Yeah.
good. Been a member since the start.
Not since the start. This is my 20th season
That's pretty good.
this year.
20.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, they've been around for nearly 25.
That's
so
good.
That's not bad. No, longer than that.
Yeah.
Nearly 30.
Nearly 30.
Straight. Oh,
Yeah.
God, I can't keep track.
Yeah,
anymore.
almost 30.
Getting old.
Yeah, 29.
1995. Well, there you go. So long time listener, I'm assuming to us. How'd you find us?
I actually can't remember.
That's good. We have been around a while.
It has been a while. It's just been a blur over time.
A good blur.
Good blur, absolutely good blur. Truthfully, I can't remember how I came across.
You listen to much in the way of podcasts, or
Yeah.
and rugby league.
A fair bit of it.
You can mention other names. That's okay. We won't be jealous.
I mean, there's the other rugby league podcast, which is probably the big one that I got into a long time ago.
Yep.
Which I don't want to give them a plug here. But
That's okay. We don't mind. What is it? A rising tide lifts all boats?
Yeah.
Or something?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
Everyone's
that's
up.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
No, that's all good.
Yeah. Listen to a couple of the other Cowboys ones that have sort of popped up over the years,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then happened upon On the Ranch back in the early days.
About 2019 we started.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just it was slightly pre-COVID. I think we got a full year in before COVID knocked us
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Because just started getting some players in, bit of traction with that happening,
Yep.
and all of
Yeah.
a sudden COVID came through. I think Pete gave a couple of players half a club COVID at one point.
Let's not.
No, we joke.
I think he might have been half the reason did and was crook the other week. Let's just go down that path. But I'm assuming then that have you travelled much to watch the Cowboys play, or you?
No, not really. Mostly at home.
Yep.
I've
Nothing wrong with that. Same.
Yeah, I've only seen them away a couple of times,
Yeah.
and that's probably Brisbane.
Yeah. I haven't had the pleasure of Suncorp myself. I've still not been to Suncorp.
I just realised the only time I have seen him away was at Magic Round at Suncorp. I've never travelled anywhere else to see him play.
I haven't travelled specifically to watch them play, but I happened to be at the Gold Coast when they played the Titans at Seabus.
Oh, my thoughts are with you.
We won 4-6 or 6-4, however you want to look at it.
What a thriller.
Yeah, it was
For thriller and Rabina.
it was a shit game, but hey, we won, so it was good.
Take it. Have you always been a Cowboys fan, or was it a previous team before they joined up?
No, just Cowboys.
Straight
just Cowboys.
Oh, good man.
Always
like
hated
that.
the Broncos, but
Yes.
Even better. Pete's replaced. He was a Bronx fan at one point. He won't
Yeah,
mention it.
I know. He actually sometimes wears a Broncos jersey under his Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah.
He denies it, but he
And
does.
like the other week, last week, he had the Warriors jersey under the Cowboys jersey.
Yeah, I saw that too.
He denies it, but he did.
Exactly right.
Yeah, lies.
Oh,
all
good
lies.
man. Cowboys one and only.
one and only.
Very nice.
Now, when you say that, that's NRL. We did discuss a post-hit record that there is an AFL team on the books.
Yes.
Which,
yes.
you know-
We can discuss this if you like.
Well,
I'm happy to.
You can. I'll let you guys have your little fest over there.
I'm preparing to launch my Collingwood podcast soon in the On the Ranch feed. So if you would like to be my co-host, I'm looking for a Collingwood fan.
It's called Lack of Teeth.
It lines up with the crime podcast we were talking about before. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not specifically an AFL fan, but sort of Collingwood by default.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you got it. Winners and everything.
Exactly. You can say you're a championship winner now.
Absolutely.
You know, we're back. We're not quite back to back, but we're going to be soon.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
As they say these days in footy, it's good nourishment. We get nourishment from having a nice win with the Pies,
Yeah.
even if the Cowboys aren't going so well.
This is why you like actual edible pies so much.
Love a pie. Yeah, sure do. Sure do.
There's a good 40 minutes of pre-chat in the Patreon chat this week. And if you
The
head to
Patreon chat.
the chat with the Patreon chat. So, 40-odd minutes, we talked about all kinds of things. There's a little bit of politics there, unfortunately. But, look, we didn't dive that deep.
It's relevant to Cowboys fans. It's local.
It is.
We did speak about local politics.
And Kata is a Cowboys fan, and that's
Yep.
as far as we're going to say. But if you go to patreon.com, look up On the Ranch NQ, or at least On the Ranch, you will find us.
Yes.
And then sign up, $10. Or less, you can pay less, but why would you?
The free beer at Molly's basically offsets the cost.
Pays for itself.
Pays for itself.
100%.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
And Jeff can vouch. Or at least for, maybe not the Mollies, I don't know.
Haven't partaken yet.
Oh, yet. It's always good. You work in the
Good-
city, though,
good
don't
lunch
you?
spot.
So
Absolutely.
You could just
Good
wander
lunch
down there.
spot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw they were doing 2 Coblos for 15 the other day. Did you?
Two.
2 for 15. Yeah, I know. I know.
I like a cob.
I think it was on like a Friday.
Well, they do. The $15 cob is generally a Saturday.
I'm sure I saw 2.
Cobalicious Saturday. Cob loaf to share with a choice of 3 fillings.
Fancy.
I don't know if you get all 3 in the one cob. That'd be weird.
Kyle will do it for you if you ask. Just say you're an On the Ranch fan.
And he'll do the 3 fillings.
He'll
in
knock
the
up all
cob.
3 in the cob. Yeah,
You reckon?
I'm pretty confident.
What if they're like contrasting flavours?
If you want it, he'll make it.
I mean, it's your stomach, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't
Pretty
know.
much.
I don't know. $15 crumb steak is on a Tuesday, $20 beer and burger on a Wednesday, and Thursday night's trivia night. I think that's every second week. On an open mic comedy night every second week. Sometimes Pete's there too. I reckon he might live at Molly's come July 27th.
That's actually a smart idea.
Yeah, well, not for Cole.
No.
I think he'll go through more Guinness in the next 6 months than any other pub in Townsville. So it's episode 170 of On the Ranch. That's a number. We're up there.
It's up there. We're gonna have to start planning the 200 soon.
Someone wrote in the run sheet, it's 20 bullseye. That sounds like a pistol thing. I certainly didn't write that, and Morgan's got a puzzled look on his face. So I'm tipping that's a pistol edition.
I think he's wrong here. I think he's thinking at 180. Isn't it 180 in darts? But you going for?
That's 20.
Oh, okay.
Is 180. Bullseye is 50, so that's 170.
Okay.
He's right.
I was just trying to flex my dart knowledge.
Not a dart fan.
Backfired on me spectacularly.
Yeah, I could see
I love
that.
those dart videos from Yali Pally, in UK.
Yep.
Where I got all the, 10,000 people going bananas watching the darts. That looks amazing.
What is it about the UK? So darts, not exactly the most exciting sport in the world. Like I've played it, and it's good when you're having a few drinks. But the British
Love it.
turn it into like there's chants, there's all sorts of. They turn it into a thing, and it's like soccer. Soccer's not exciting. Well,
I can answer this with one word:
pints.
booze.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they don't always get on the booze at soccer. Darts, yes.
Oh, I think you'll find most of the people chanting on the booze of
You
soccer.
reckon? Okay,
I would
all right.
suspect so.
I've watched a little bit of Welcome to Wrexham, and there's not too many. They're not getting right into it. Maybe they only interview a
Family-friendly show. Very family. I think it's on Disney. Isn't it on Disney?
Wrexham?
Yeah.
Might be Amazon. Yeah, it could be Disney.
I think it's on Disney. You're not going to have too many boozers. I mean, they go to the pub, but they got their little pony glasses out. They're not having the big pints like Pistol.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'm lost. I lost my spot in the run sheet. This is what
Do you
happens.
need a hand? Okay, all right, we'll take over. All right. So, Jeff, you watched the game on the weekend?
Fortunately or unfortunately, I did not.
It's a bit like that.
Fortunately, if you didn't, then it's fortunate.
I did watch the replay.
Yep.
On fast forward.
How did you go? Because I went to the game, but I actually really enjoyed watching the replay because I find at the game, the commentary, you don't find everything that's happening. You miss a few things here or there. How was it like on the TV?
It
Horrid.
oh
Well, it was bad at the game.
yeah, I can't imagine what it was like actually sitting there, but just watching it, it just felt more of the same.
Yep.
You're watching the game. You're waiting for something to happen.
Yep. I
And
felt like we
it
were
didn't.
always about to do something.
Yes,
And we were
yes.
like a play away from, breaking through the line or a play away from, getting a good, kick on the fifth and all that. It just never seemed to have actually, executed.
I was pleasantly surprised of the lack of errors,
Yep.
but the couple of errors that I did see in there really did cruel us.
Yeah.
There was. I know we've had issues with errors and not backing up the defence afterwards in the past, prior to the last 3 weeks before this one. But when we had an error, like you say, there weren't too many errors. Didn't seem to be too many errors in this game. But we didn't. We seemed to completely fall off after an error this time. Not just get
Yeah.
slack, but just completely die.
Yep.
We didn't look like we had much go forward in the game.
No.
We were basically not anywhere in the Warriors' half.
No.
For most of the first half of the game.
Yeah, I think there was some ridiculous stat.
Oh, the stat was
Tackles in opposition 20 or something were just it was all Warriors, and we had maybe 4.
They kind of bullied us. They just seem to have the size and the strength to kind of run over us a bit.
Did it feel a bit to you, as it felt to me, is that the Origin backups players were a little lethargic?
They were certainly trying hard.
I'd say maybe except for Dearden. Dearden was going hard.
It just felt to me that they were maybe a step off the pace.
I think we're missing Robson.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
definitely missing Robson.
Just that service out of dummy half
Yep.
was nowhere near as crisp as it needed to be. I mean, you're talking about an Origin hooker here versus basically I think Harrison Edwards filled in for that for the most part, and I don't know how much hooker he's played.
That's what I'm just looking at.
And
now.
Sam McIntyre did a bit, and Sam McIntyre is not a hooker.
Yeah, Harrison played 59 minutes.
Yeah.
I think he did a pretty good job, but he's not Robbo.
No.
No.
And even Granville was quicker with a busted bicep. So, yeah, missed the number of tackles that Robson does. No, I know McIntyre, if you look at the stats, McIntyre did all right. And I think Harrison Edwards did all right, but they only did all right. So I think that was probably a big part of it.
I think we could have done well against an all right team. I think the Warriors just had one of those games where they were ready to go over on top of us.
They were certainly.
And we just didn't have anything
Yeah.
to give.
They looked like they were switched on from the beginning.
Yeah, 100%. They were ready to play. As I say, they came to play. You know, it sounds silly because you'd think everyone's there to play, but they turned up ready to win.
I suppose whether they came out thinking, we'll get these guys. They're missing a couple of players. You know, they're backing up off Origin. We're going to smash them here. Plus, they came off a bye, I think. So
That helps.
they were fired up.
See, I think we normally play well after Origin because I've always said that our players come back really well. They come back in good form.
Normally,
It just didn't seem to click this week.
no. Like we went back. We went backwards. 100 easily backwards.
From memory, I think didn't they score really soon after halftime as well?
I think.
I think when that happened, I think we lost all of us sort of momentum and kind of, real sort of will to win.
Dallin Wateen-Zalesniak scored in the 52nd minute.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one was the one that he batted back in goal and somebody scored off that.
I can't remember which one that was.
And Val basically couldn't get out of the way of the ball quick enough.
Yeah. There was a couple of weird calls, and there was one, and it's one of those things at the game you never 100% know, but there was one that looked like it went super forward.
Yep.
And then
they reckon it was touched
it
off.
got cleared?
Yeah.
Like, what happened there?
I think they reckon it was touched off one of our players.
Yeah, right.
And that's why it went forward.
Yep.
But it come out of the hands. I think it come out of the hands forward anyway.
Yeah. I mean, to me, it looked like that on the screen, and I think everyone around me thought that. We didn't have, all the commentary to go back and forth, but...
Honestly, the commentary didn't help.
No.
Because the commentary doesn't actually... They're watching from a studio in Sydney. They're seeing the same thing that the people are watching it on KO. They're not watching it live.
Yeah.
And their speculation at times is worse than the bunker.
Which brings us to a point that you raised the other week. How is our slow-mo camera so bad?
Oh, my God.
It's got so many missed frames. It's just so...
7 frames a second potato
It's
cam.
shocking. It's so bad.
And I could cop it, and I
Yeah.
could cop it 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
However, we know that these high-speed cams exist because they show the replays in high speed at a perfect angle.
Yeah.
It's like,
So what's going on?
why are we not using that camera?
Why is the bunker so bad?
Does the bunker get a different feed?
Yeah, they have a lot more.
I hope
a lot
so.
more than what we see on TV.
So they're
So
just
I'm
showing
led to
us.
believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's what they tell us.
Yeah.
Because it's the same in the AFL. The AFL has the goal line technology where they've got the little camera in the goalpost.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's like you're looking for a Nokia phone.
Yeah.
It's so pitiful. You can get an 8K GoPro and just strap it to the post and have better. It makes no sense to me.
Oh, no. There's better footage on YouTube.
Yeah, there
of,
really
of
is.
things like that.
It's mysterious.
Get the slow-mo guys out there.
Yeah.
You ever watch the slow-mo guys on YouTube?
Is that the ones who break watermelons and stuff like that?
In slow-mo.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
one of the guys that do that, yeah.
Yeah,
I
sounds
think that
pretty
was
cool.
in their early days. They smashed watermelons. I don't know what they do these days. There's been explosions and all. I know I'm deviating, but
Look, if I had a slow-mo camera, I think we'd all start blowing stuff up.
it
right?
made that. I think it was that channel, that and Mythbusters, that made me look up buying a slow-mo video camera.
Expensive?
Oh yeah,
Over 100 grand.
yep,
Decent.
for a really good one. Yeah. Your slow-mo that you can do with your phones and that now is pretty damn good, but it's not. It's nothing. Yeah, you're not watching bullets fly through things.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's what they need. They just need some iPhones out in the try zones.
$600 million to put a team in Papua New Guinea. You'd think you could upgrade the camera.
Chuck a couple GoPros in there.
Just grab some GoPro Hero 13s or whatever
Yes.
they're up to now and
Exactly.
dot them around the field. Let's do
No,
it.
it is weird.
Aaron Parkins said the ref must have read Rob's prediction at halftime and found a way to get 2 sin bins.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I did predict that, didn't I?
Yeah, what was the story of that? Because again, at the field, you don't always understand exactly what's happening.
So
I feel like I need to start taking like a little earpiece.
The old ref's ears.
Yeah.
So there was a bit of niggle in the play just before that between their 6 and our 7, Chad.
Chatty.
I forget who their 6 is. I probably should look it up because it's right in front of me. And yeah, there's a bit of niggle there, and it sort of carried over into the next play.
Harris Tavita? No, Tamari Martin.
No, it was
No,
not.
it was Chanel Harris Tavita.
Was it? I don't.
That's a six.
Oh yeah, he went off. Okay, so Channel,
sorry.
Channel went off. Chanel.
I said Chanel.
Chanel number 5. Well, he's actually number 6. But he, they had a bit of a niggle to play before, and then in the next play, Chanel, I think Townsend tackled somebody, and Chanel like bumped the ball off, bounced the ball off his head.
Bounced the ball off his head.
Yeah,
Okay.
and the ref sent Chad off
What?
for getting a ball bounced on his
That
head,
makes no sense.
and then sent Chanel off for doing it. And it was the most innocuous little thing. Like it was nothing.
It was bizarre. It was totally bizarre.
It was like Ziggy. I think it was Ziggy was the ref. He was losing control of the game and the players.
Ziggy.
So he did that send off to try and like stamp his authority.
Yep.
But it was like such an overreaction.
That's dumb.
It was totally unnecessary, and it did nothing for the score because it was the 60th minute. Like we'd have pretty much lost it by then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was a chance, but not a good one. Especially when you send off like a half from each side. But
Yeah.
no, the most ridiculous send off. But hey, I'll take the prediction.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
think.
kind of got it.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that wasn't a good thing. Pistol special way off again, unfortunately. This is from Aaron again. Defence is definitely a worry. You can say that again. The Warriors walked in 2 easy tries to start with. It seems some players don't know when to commit to a tackle and end up looking lost. I swear, Chad and I think it was Lukey actually was standing still when in one of those attacks, and it's like, what are you doing? And then they reacted at the last minute.
You saw that constantly through
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah.
It was like Chad was glued in place.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
He'd see the Warrior player coming towards him, and then go straight past him, and his feet would not move.
Oh, it's on that. I think it's that right edge too, and people have been blaming bloody Felty all this time.
Not Felty.
Freaking Chad.
It's Chad all the time. I've been watching since Magic Round because normally, you watch the ball and all that. I've been watching our defense.
You've been watching Drinkwater in defence?
Watch Drinkwater.
Yeah.
And
Keep your eyes on Drinkwater in defence.
Yes. And I've actually been focusing on our team in defence, and you can actually see the people who aren't sort of moving around too much, and when they sort of, someone jams up and there's a big hole there. Like, it's real noticeable.
You can definitely see that the rookie centres have been jamming too much. I'm looking at you, Val Holmes. And they've been missing the tackles. Yeah, I'll say it again. I'll stand by it. What the moves the defence he's been putting on the field has been rookie defence lately, and his attack is still fine. He can still run a ball. He can still find a break. No dramas. But he's unfortunately just in defence. Well, the whole team is. But
The whole team is a bit.
they've gone miss. But those jam-ins, I can forgive. Violea does it as well. I can semi-forgive him because, well, he's not a rookie either, really.
Yeah, he's new to the system and a few things like that too, though.
But when I was at that game the week before last, Violea jammed in on one of the Tigers players and everyone ripped him.
Yeah.
They got into him like
The players.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Felty and Chad got into him like, mate, what are you doing? You don't jam. Not like that. You miss that 100%. That's on you. And he owned it and took it. And I don't think he jammed again that game.
Yep.
I don't think he's jammed again since, but he might have last week. But still,
Oh, you wouldn't have had angry felt at you.
well, no, Felty was not happy because that meant Felty had to come in.
Yeah.
And got scored around. So
And then he's going to cop it on Facebook all week for everyone saying it's his fault.
which he does, and it's not his fault because he jammed when he bloody shouldn't have. But Kat said a decent crowd of people stuck around at the races on Saturday to watch the game on the big screen out there. Great concept. Just ended up being a shitty game to do. It was a 2-year-old classics race day. So, and she pointed out that all Queensland teams on Saturday scored 12 points and lost. Titans 12 points down by the Rabbitohs 46. Best game of the season for rabbits. See, that's why.
That's a huge. Oh, I'm worried about what we were talking about before now.
See?
Oh, jeez.
Nah, they'll be fine. And yeah, Cowboys 12 points and Broncos 12 points for being beaten by the Sharks. That's a shame.
Yeah, that's a shame.
That actually made up for it. That
Just a little.
because I watched that and enjoyed pretty much every second of that game,
Yeah, right.
almost, except for 2 tries. I take too much pleasure in watching other teams fail.
Watching them lose.
It's horrible. It really is. 3-2-1s from that game. I'll jump in straight away. It's really hard to give points in a game that you lose. Pistol was unsure because he didn't see the game and he hasn't had a chance to watch a replay. He calls himself a fan, and then that's what he does.
Yeah, straight up, just didn't even put anything in. He could have at
Nothing.
least watched the replay.
He could have done a Ruan Sims and looked at the stats.
Exactly right.
And
Yeah. I mean, he could just do me. He did and drink Connor.
could have.
Some sort of combination of the three.
I went Drinkwater for 3 points because he was just in pretty much in everything. And as much as he tries, he's going to make mistakes, but like we have said in the past, you don't make mistakes if you're not trying.
Mm-hmm.
Gave 2 points to Jason Taumalolo, who you can see he's sort of back to his barnstorming best, I'll say, 166 odd metres from 14 runs or something, I think was the stat. Again, lacking in defence, but the whole team is. And Kulikefu, I gave 1 point as well because in the absence of Reece Robson, I think he became a bit of a default tackler and he went in there pretty hard. He had a couple of pretty good runs too, old Cooley. But yeah, no one was great in defence, and the Origin boys all looked just looked tired, just slightly, off the pace. 98% to me. It was a bit average. Morgan.
Okay, so I went the same as you. I went 3 points for Drinkwater. I think he was a standout for the team. Mm-hmm. 2 points. This is a bit of a tough one. I really struggle in the losing matches to find the points. 2, I've gone for Cotter. Now, I thought about subbing in Dearden there because Dearden, he put so much effort in. He tried his ass off. Like, he was just in everything. He was everywhere, running full speed. I don't know how he backed up from Origin. It's ridiculous. But I'll go over Cotter for 2. Now, 1, I've got to choose between Tomalolo and Dearden. I'm going to go...
But Dearden's your boy.
Dearden's my boy, and I'm going to go, controversially, I'm going Tomalolo.
Oh, really?
Who I haven't given any points to for quite some time.
True.
I think Tomalolo has definitely lifted.
Yep.
And I think he may have realised that with all the boys come back from Origin, he's got to, strap in, hit some big meters and really, help them out. So I think he lifted. I'm going to give the 1 to Tomalolo.
Oh, controversial. We'll get letters about that.
Special mention to my boy Dearden.
Yeah, I was going to say.
He put so much effort in. I watched him all game for 80 minutes. I watched him run around, and he never stopped. I don't know how he does it. He's a beast.
He's a beast. You'll get letters from him.
I probably will. His agent will actually message me and say, mate, what are you doing? Contracts are coming up. I need you to give him some 3 points, please.
Contracts.
Contract season.
I don't think that's going to be an issue for us, just quietly.
No.
Jeff, put you on the spot. What do you reckon?
Well, similar theme to you guys there. I gave my 3 to Tommy.
Good man.
He was in everything through the game, like you said, backing up from Origin, fantastic performance there. I don't know how they could pull that off. Mm-hmm. He put the 110% in there, and definitely a 3-pointer for me. 2 points, I think, in a sort of a similar vein, Ruben. I thought he's just a tackling machine on there. He was sort of filling a hole that Reece normally would do. At his huge amount of work there. But I thought Ruben's effort was pretty good. He was in a lot of things, high tackle count for the minutes that he did on the field there.
And didn't he have a baby the night before?
Pretty much. It was either the night or the 2 nights before that. Yeah.
Yeah. So for him to turn up and have a cracker of a game, it's amazing.
After Origin as well.
After Origin, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. He was looking pretty good after dropping a baby there.
Yeah. Bounce back.
Baby weight off already.
1 point, I have to give it to Scotty Drink.
Yeah, drinking.
Nothing wrong with that.
He had some great efforts in there on the field. Shame there weren't more of them, but we were working hard.
Yeah.
And not making a lot of ground.
Yeah.
And for an honourable mention, I have to give it to Jason Tomalolo. One of his best efforts in a long time, I think. Hopefully, he's getting back to his form.
He's definitely a lot better than sort of earlier in the year. Like he'll hit the line now and make some meters, like post contact meters. Whereas for first 5 or 6 games of this year, there was just no post contact meters at all. Not that he was getting the time either. He was only getting 15 minutes or 20 minutes. I know we were ahead in some of those games, but
yeah, he seems to have addressed his error rates as well.
Yeah.
On that, earlier in the year, a lot of that.
Yeah.
Was not making those post contact meters. When he did try,
Yep.
it would almost invariably end up with a drop in there.
Yeah.
The last couple of weeks, he's been
Solid.
very solid.
The only thing I find with Taumalolo is he's still getting rolled onto his back easily. So his play the ball speed is a little bit slower than the rest. But, I'm sure they're working on it. I might put in for defensive coaches.
Just one of the stats I was looking at. We got killed in offloads too. They got 5 offloads.
Yeah.
And they got some offloads that I'm pretty sure from memory led to tries.
I think
we only got one.
Part of that is the I don't want to say the rookies in the squad, but there's a little bit lack of wrapping the ball up and ball security in the tackles.
Yep.
Because we tend to get killed by offloads.
We do.
A lot.
It's very noticeable.
And then we don't do many.
We never seem to do them.
And I think, I can't remember who was telling us about it, that offloads are a confidence play. So generally a player won't, when they're getting tackled, and it was one of the players who was telling us, it might have been Felty,
Yep.
that when we're getting a lot of offloads in a game, it's generally when we're playing well, and when we're not, no one's got the confidence to rip the ball out in a cheeky offload or, flick it around.
Well, you think about those times where it's like fifth tackle and, the game's on the line and we're, as Pete says, it's jungle ball and everyone's offloading and passing it left, right and centre. That's where we get the opportunities and we find the holes in the defence.
Yeah.
You need those offloads and that kind of, that kind of unplanned game.
That's where Dearden and Drinkwater shine too,
Yeah,
in that unstructured play.
Unstructured, that's a great way of putting it.
Whereas Chad's more the structured player.
Yep, 100%.
So that's the good contrast to have. So Chad can set it up, but we kind of need those offloads and the bending of the line.
Yep.
And the drawing in of players. One thing that really irks me is when Taumalolo gets the ball and just passes it straight away, and the player and his opposition is still 4 to 5 metres away. Mate, draw him in an extra metre or two, then pass.
Yep.
Never played the game in my life. Don't know what I'm talking about, but honestly, if he did that, it would open up a gap. Wouldn't it? I don't know.
Surely.
People who've played in the league, tell me.
I
Point
reckon.
at the camera here.
I reckon it would. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think he needs push further up into them, draw them in.
Yep.
Draw them in. Then they're not available to tackle someone else. That's the key. I think you gotta get the numbers, force them to put the numbers on him,
And he can draw numbers.
And he
'Cause
can draw
need,
numbers,
You
yes.
need 4 to 5 players to pull him down.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's glorious when you see him pulling and carrying those 4 or 5 players, 10 metres plus
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
post contact. It just seems, maybe his confidence isn't high enough.
I think
with
that's
that.
definitely part of it, but certainly in the earlier half, and probably not last week, but the 3 weeks before that, where we won. He was doing that a lot more. He was getting those meters and that. And again, he was doing it last week, but the rest of the team was flat. So,
But also, it is still, as much as I've cleaned it up, it is still a bit of a game of attrition. If you've got Tomalolo hitting the line and, you got 4 or 5 players hanging off him getting hit up, over 80 minutes, that does have an impact.
I'm going to do a Pete. Don't watch what Drinkwater's doing. Or you can watch what Drinkwater's doing in defence. Watch what Malolo and Kefu and Lukey do in attack.
Yeah.
Watch who they're targeting. See who they're running at
Okay.
repeatedly.
I can do that.
It's what I've been trying to do, and
Yeah.
try and keep an eye on that because I don't want to give anything away here, but
You've picked up on
I
something?
think I've picked up on something.
Okay.
Just watch who they'll target, and it might be a different player every game, obviously,
Yep.
but it might be a different position.
Gotcha.
It's generally a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, gotcha.
And I'm not giving any secrets away. Every team does it, but
Yeah.
you pick on one of the halves, and that's who you're running at.
I mean, that makes sense. If you're a big bloke like him,
Yeah.
like, why not?
Edge forwards more so, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's fun to watch, but you've really got to watch
Yeah.
closely.
I'll do that next home game.
Not have too many drinks when you're watching it.
That's true.
You tend to
That is
lose.
true as well.
Just put the panicking down for 5 minutes.
Yes.
It's all good. But yeah, anyway, that's sadly we have to, well, probably a good thing we have to move on because that was sad to watch. But it's the Raiders this week, Friday night, Friday, 6 p.m. at GIO Stadium in Canberra. That's not going to be a warm place at this time of year. She's going to be cold. The team is, well, look, as it's named right now, it's Drinkwater, Felt, Holmes, Vilea, Taulagi, Dearden, Townsend, McLean, Robson, Cotter, Lukey, Nanai, Taumalolo, McIntyre, McKaylee, Finifuiaki, and Neem. That's actually, I'm a little excited. I don't want to say a full strength squad. It's pretty damn close. And I mean, it's good to see Reece back. I think having Reece back is going to help us a lot there.
Yeah.
But up against the Raiders at home, and they're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad at all. Jordan Rapana, Nick Kotrick, Matthew Timico, Sebastian Chris, Xavier Savage, Ethan Strange, Ko Weeks, Josh Papali'i, Danny Levi, Joseph Tarpanay, Hudson Young, Elliot Whitehead, and Morgan Smithies.
Good name.
It reminds me of the Chips. And off the bench is Tom Starling. That's a name I haven't seen for a while. Ada Mariotta, Trey Mooney, and Emre Gula. That's the full ones there. We don't quite have the refs yet. We don't know who the refs are going to be. Could cruel us.
Having McLean back's big.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
He's what I like to call the silent killer.
Yeah, he's underrated. No one talks about him, but he gets for meters in and bends the line.
Has the fastest play of the ball of the entire squad.
But which is impressive.
Next to him and Felty,
Yep.
never get put on their back.
Yeah, nice.
In fact, half the time, McLean doesn't even get down. Like, he stands up.
Yeah, true.
He plants his feet wide. And you have 3 or 4 guys hanging off, and you're just like, no,
No,
not
I'm
going
playing.
anywhere. Ball down, off they go.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this one could be a struggle. Could be good. I don't know. Raiders aren't no one to take lightly, especially down there.
It's hard to say. I think we always know within 5 or 10 minutes if we're wrong or not.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
But, I mean, as you said, the lineup looks good. I think having Cotter, Robson, I mean, Cotter's there, but obviously Robson, McLean, Cotter, all next to each other. It's big.
It is. It is pretty close to full strength with Vilea in the centres there. But, I mean, our number 4 is probably up in the air anyway, I guess.
Yeah, true.
I'm trying to think who, well, I suppose was injury. Zach Labert sort of owned it for a bit there.
Yeah, we went through a few centres.
Yeah.
Labor was good.
Need to go through a
Yeah.
few centres on the other side at the moment, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We are
Bitter.
missing Labor. He was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purdue did all right
Yep.
in place the last couple of weeks. I thought.
Yeah, he's
They do
reserve.
pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, Raiders currently $1.63 up against Cowboys $2.28.
So we're underdogs.
We're the underdogs.
Big underdogs.
I think we were favourites the last couple of weeks somehow, and now we were definitely underdogs last week. Sorry, Roosters.
Oh, definitely with the Roosters.
I think we were $4 or
Yeah.
$6 or something
Yeah, for
ridiculous,
sure.
and then
Yeah.
flogged them. I like that. That was fun.
So we've got a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There's a chance.
There's always a chance. 228's not bad.
I'm pretty confident.
You're
I'm
pretty
pretty confident. Yeah. I think we normally do pretty good in GIO.
Yeah, I can't remember the history. Is there a history of how we go against?
We've definitely pulled off some upsets down there.
Yeah.
especially in the winter months. the cold does seem to bring out some stuff.
Seems we only
Yes.
played them once last year, and that was here. We beat them 19 points to 18. And then we played them in April in 2022, and we beat them 18 points to 12 down there.
Yeah, might be something to it.
Might be something to it. We could be on here.
Might bring out the famous Cowboys dryser bones too. Might see them on the sideline.
Yeah, maybe. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. This was meant to be our road trip. We were talking about this last year. We were going to road trip down to Canberra
Oh,
for
this
this,
would be a great road
for
trip.
this game.
This would be good. Why aren't we doing this?
Well, many reasons.
What a
One of them
disaster.
is because he's not sitting here tonight.
That's true.
Imagine that. Imagine having that road trip on the plan, and then this comes up.
Actually, I don't think I could do it after backing up for Magic Round. I need more time.
More time away
More
from
time away from Pete.
Away from Pete.
Yeah,
that's good.
for sure.
44 games played head to head against Canberra, and we're up 23 to 21. I like it. Look, it's going to be close. Whatever. Canberra. It's all good. It's Friday night. Look, come down. Go down and watch it. It might be a bit far. If you're in Canberra, send us a photo. If you go to the game, I don't know if anyone listens in Canberra. No, we don't know. Send us a photo. I'd like to see Bruce Stadium, or GIO Stadium,
Yeah, I think it'd be a great road trip.
suburb of Bruce. I mean, if you live there, bless you. Look, a couple other games from last week. The Blues versus the Maroons at a core. State of Origin, game 1. Was all good up until the 7th minute. And then
Yeah.
looked like it was going to be a game. And then, nope. Although that first try, Ben Hunt, like, the dude's 104 years old. And
He just keeps turning up.
for Origin, I don't know how he
Yeah.
does it. Scores a double.
I still feel sad for him for dropping that infamous bomb.
Nah.
But
Not even a little bit for that.
every time I see him perform well at Origin, I think, oh, well, at least that kind of, makes him feel better.
It's like
Makes
any,
up for it.
It's like any player. Like I'm not a big fan of Reece Walsh,
Yep.
but in Maroon, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I never used to like Cameron Smith, still don't. But in Maroon, mint.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a
DCE.
Yeah, definitely DCE.
Definitely
Yeah.
DC. Although he wears Maroon for most of the time anyway.
He's
so it's-
annoyingly good for us at Origin time.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
He knows his time is coming to a close. And
Yeah.
they even said it in the interview post game. Like, he's like, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here, blah, blah, blah. So,
Enjoy it while you got it.
yeah, I mean, he's been doing it a while.
Yeah, for a long time. But he performs. Like, I remember last year, I think he had that game-saving tackle like right on the try line.
Yep.
Like he saved the game for us.
He
stands up.
He's like
stands
the
up.
old Dane Gay guy who's got the switch.
Yep.
And they all
Origin
turn
mode.
on the Origin switch, and like the whole team played well. Dearden was outstanding in this game. For the Maroons, just line breaks and just, I mean, everyone was pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's easy when you're up against 12 players. I
It does
suppose.
help. It does help.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Best debut for Suali'i ever.
Oh, some of the memes around his debut were pretty amazing.
I think Nate Miles was in the right, just quietly.
Yeah. Oh,
Mighty God.
100%. Yeah, it's Origin. If you're not going to say, have a chop and say a few things, then what's the point?
As if Nate Miles is going to hold back.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
good on him. That is what it is.
Yeah, that was a brutal hit
Oh.
on Reece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone's been talking about it since. But
Yep.
as JT said, lower your target.
Hmm.
He just shouldn't have gone in that high. I don't believe they went out there to target him
Oh,
specifically.
I think they
Not in that way.
Not to take him out.
They
but
weren't
I
trying to
think
take his head off.
I think they definitely were targeting him in terms of giving him the attention and stuff. But I don't think they intended to
You kind of would have.
knock him in the next week.
It's not a silly game plan to target one of the most dangerous backs in the game.
Yeah, dumb if you didn't.
Yeah, exactly. And as if
But
you're going,
legally.
you do the same when you're playing the Broncos. Like they're
Yeah.
going to target Walsh because he can find a gap.
Just like they always targeted, Thurston.
Oh, yeah.
Constantly.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
indeed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Queensland let their foot off the gas a little bit.
Yeah.
In at half, and it turned into more of a game than you might have thought it would have been.
Yeah.
With them down a man on there, but the right team won in the end.
Yeah, it's 38 points to 10 was. You don't see scores like that in Origin too much these days. I mean, every now and then, but no, it certainly makes it a lot easier going into Game 2 in Melbourne, Game 3 in Brisbane. Looking forward to it. The other game, the night after that, was the Women's State of Origin.
Yeah.
And if you watch this one, some people might have switched it off with maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes to go. More fool you.
That'd be a mistake.
It was a mistake. 11 points to 10 with a field goal was pouring rain. Or it looked, and it looked sloppy.
Yeah.
Like, as in the track looked moist.
It would have been a heavy border kick.
Yeah. And Lauren Brown slotted it.
Yeah, beautiful.
And it was, I was stunned. I didn't think, I thought it was gone. I thought the game was lost. But that's the Queensland spirit because New South Wales don't get Origin.
They don't.
Not at all.
No.
So the final game for that, the decider in Townsville.
Round 3, Townsville.
Round 3.
Well, round 3.
Game 3.
Game 3.
Yeah.
Round 3.
The first ever women's decider game.
Yeah. And we get it. How
And
good
it's
is
in
that?
Townsville. If that's not a sellout, I reckon we roll up the old auxiliary stands again.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
I need to look at getting tickets. I haven't actually looked yet.
Yeah. I'd
I
go.
wonder if they're available. I'll have a look at that after this podcast.
Don't leave it till the day.
No, I won't do a pistol. I'll just get them on Marketplace on the day.
I think the atmosphere for that would be good.
Oh, I think it'd be really good.
Yeah.
Because the only Origin I've been to was the one where we had it in Townsville.
Yeah.
And what was that, 50-0 or something? Like, we got pumped.
We got trounced.
Yeah. Like, disastrous. There was no atmosphere. Like, it just sucked.
I think it was about 50-0, and then
50-0, 52-0.
and then we got Cowboys got flogged by Manly the very next week.
Yeah,
by a
well,
very similar score.
What a shocker.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Yep. That was such a letdown for Townsville too, because like everyone's so pumped to, we're going to go into Flinders Street and there's so much around Origin in Townsville.
Yeah.
And then after the game, everyone's like, might just go home. Might just go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. What a downer.
Unfortunate. But
I mean, it started out as a fantastic night.
it
Oh,
was.
for sure.
The crowded Flinders Street.
Yep. Yep.
I wonder if they'll do the eats for the Origin, for this one, for the women's Origin.
It makes
Should
sense.
do Flinders Street.
It would make sense, especially if it's a sellout. Like,
Yeah.
you can have enough people there.
Yeah, why not?
I think so.
Make it happen, Troy. Oh, shit, can't. All right, veto. So we talked about the PNG team. There's been a little bit of speculation about the next team after them already. It's going to happen in Perth, but it's going to be the North Sydney Bears
This makes no sense to me.
as a merger team. Well, not a merger team, like a new entity,
Yeah.
but they're going to be like the Perth Bears.
I just don't see.
Go
I
to
don't
the-
see it.
Go back to our tapes. I swear I said Perth Bears.
Someone here 100% said the exact same thing you're talking about.
Maybe we read something into that. But yeah, apparently this is how Volandis wants it to happen. I don't know if it's Volandis wants it to happen, but
I mean, there's a lot of money in Perth. Big mining money.
the door is all but shut on a fifth Queensland club. But the Bears and a second New Zealand franchise are fighting it out for the NRL's 19th licence.
I reckon Darwin. I still reckon Darwin.
No, you can't.
Don't reckon?
If you're going to have PNG, you might as well have Darwin.
I reckon it makes sense.
Well, the Eels take a game there every year, so why not?
If you look at the whole thing where the NRL is trying to fight off AFL encroaching into their territory, AFL takes a game there every year. They go to Alice Springs. They
Yeah.
get massive crowds.
Yeah.
A lot of people from up in the islands and Tiwi Islands, they all play AFL. It would make sense if the NRL want to protect their turf, so to speak, to put a team there.
Do the Eels draw much of a crowd up there? I can't remember.
I'll look it up. That's a great question. I mean, they shouldn't play up there because they are atrocious every time they play up there.
They've been very successful in Darwin.
Yeah.
They must get a lot of money for playing there, for selling the game or however it's arranged. They must get a good paycheck because it's not worth their time.
The NRL has not put the crowd figure on the game.
Oh, really?
For that was Eels versus Dolphins at TIO.
Yep.
There's no crowd figure there on that one.
Maybe you'll just open up the gates and come down.
Maybe. There's another source of information here that I'm going to look up. Have a look at Oz Stadiums.
Oh, right, okay.
Look, if you're a bit of a stats nerd,
Like you.
like me,
Yeah.
it's a cool little site. It's got all the stadiums in Australia.
Oh,
and
stadiums.
Huh?
Oh, I'm going to have to look up what it says about good old QBC.
QCB.
QCB.
Yeah. Well, you can look up
QBC.
QBC. I don't know if you get the right information. But it's got all the old stuff there from 1300.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, sorry, Dairy Farmers, as it shall be affectionately known
Yeah.
from here on out.
Stockland Stadium.
Stockland,
I think you'll find.
yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Look, Dairy Farmers rolls off the tongue.
I think Dairy Farmers is the. Would you say it's the best name we had?
For that stadium.
Yeah, I think Dairy Farmers, and it
Yeah.
goes with the culture and the land and,
And
the whole
probably
Queensland.
it's more local than any other.
It is. It's more local than Stockland. I mean, that's a southern entity.
Yeah.
1300 is a Townsville company. I've got to say, very Townsville company. So I can't say anything about them, but
Is it?
yeah,
Is it
1300.
though?
1300 Smiles is a Townsville-based company. It was invented in Townsville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Dr. Darrell Holmes, I'll have you know.
Oh, that sounds Holmes.
Holmes.
Right.
No relation.
All right.
No
Bit
relation.
of nepotism going on here, I see.
Unfortunately not. He's doing better than me.
Eels vs Dolphins on the 19th of April this year attracted 11,094 people.
That's not bad.
The Suns in North Melbourne played there on the 11th of May. They got 7,000 in the AFL. And then the Suns versus Geelong on the 16th of May, they got 12,000.
What's the capacity?
Come on, man. That's the kind of thing. You don't just ask me that out of the blue. Capacity is 12,500.
So they max it out.
Pretty much. AFL Suns versus Geelong got 12,000. Eels versus Broncos in 2021 got 12,000.
I rest my case, Your Honour.
Eels versus Cowboys in 22 got 10,000. Eels versus Broncos in 23 got 11,800. So
There's probably 5,000 people in Hiluxes and Utes parked around the side.
in 2019, however, they only got 5,391.
COVID.
In 2019,
Oh, I don't know. When was COVID? Who knows?
20.
2020?
Yeah.
Maybe it was raining. Hot day. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows?
Anyway, Darwin NRL team, I'm flying the flag for it. What would you call it, though?
Just do it. Oh, the crocodiles,
Cyclones.
the cackadoos,
Darwin Cyclones.
the brolgas.
I like Cyclones.
You like the cyclones?
Yeah, Darwin Cyclones. Has a good ring.
It's got a good ring to
It
it.
has a really good ring to it. I might just register.
There's a
.com.au.
the Townsville NFL team. Oh, it's not NFL. Gridiron team.
Gridiron.
Is one of them's called the Cyclones.
Yeah, they're the Cyclones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have pinched it. I might register for Darwin Cyclones.
Well,
and
the-
NT Cyclones. just lock it all in.
DarwinCyclones.com.au.
Yeah.
And
Morgan at Darwin
just
Cyclones.
park it. Just park it for a while and wait until
Yeah.
you get an email.
Yeah, basically.
Sir, get out of this. Because
Not a bad investment.
that's it. Well, you're not allowed to squat anymore.
Aren't you?
No.
Who's stopping me?
No, well,
Tick
yeah,
up. There's a box that says I have a close and what is it? I have a close and something relevant
Yeah.
thing to this name.
right.
Just tick that.
Okay. Pistol wrote in the run sheet, Pistol's panicking of power is a real thing. I was working all day Saturday and night and didn't get to watch the game or drink from my panicking. I was listening to it on ABC Grandstand with Andrew Moore calling the game.
He loves it.
I love the amount of detail he went
He
into
loves
there.
Grandstand.
The Panicans saw me drink and view wins over Souths, Tigers and Roosters, yet the Warriors game, my Panican was at home and no TV to view the game. Is this coincidence? I'll be sure to have my Panican at the Bowley Barn this Friday night. He's committed to it.
Oh, that's a sign that he's coming.
100% committed. You know, if everything goes right, we'll have our Panicans play then.
Are you serious?
No, it's not going to happen.
I was going to
mate.
say, I'll
They-
tell you what,
I've
that's,
not-
that's quick.
Strangely, since I've paid the money, I've not heard a thing.
What a surprise.
Shock horror. This is what happens when you deal with the Chinese. What?
How many IT people do you need to not lose money on the internet?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
We'll see what happens. Look, she did say there would be time. I might have misinterpreted her broken English, but soon.
I have no doubt this will work perfectly out in the end.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong?
Hey, we got the hats, not this hat.
I hope you gave
It's like my
her
new-
your credit card number too, I assume, and the number on the back.
I might have.
Yeah, fantastic.
This is, yeah,
Yeah, no, we're safe.
that was my main credit card
Yeah,
too.
we're safe.
Whoops. Anyway, hopefully that happens soon. Tipping comp. Tips, footy tips. Footytips.com.
I don't think I had a good week. How would you go, Jeff?
Better than last week
Well,
Oh,
or the week.
at the top of the ladder on the public tipping comp is Bronx Eat and it's an emoji. So I'm not going to read it out, but it's a little bit phallic. And they're on 78 points. On 76 points is Rocking Horse Road. On 75 points is Only at the End Do I Understand. I'm sure that actually means something. 74 points goes to Graham C89, Hale 7, JJ86, and Red Hot Richie. These guys have been battling it out for quite some time. Actually, Val the Smooth Criminal is also on 74 points after getting 0 the week before. And Neon Cowboy and Get to the Kick are our top 10 on 73 points, playing the tips. Just managing to get in there as well. And as I scroll down, I'm looking for the people sitting at the table. Where are we? Swiss Cowboy in 32nd, Methodical Flamethrower in 34th, Leilua's Driving School in 35th. See, he scored a try on the weekend, I think, too. Pistol Blazing Two Guns is in 37th. It feels really weird saying his name first.
He's first off the rank.
I know. It's wrong. It's wrong.
Sick.
He's on 68 points with a whole bunch of other people, including Mal's Pie's number 1, but you're in 39th. Your margin sucks. Yep, good. All right, you got no comment about that one?
I just don't know where I'm going with Tim McComas here.
Yeah. Now, I'm just trying to find you, Jeff. I think you might be on page 2.
Keep scrolling.
Keep scrolling. Christine in a door. Christ in a door. I always get that wrong. Princess Cahill. I don't know who that is. Cowboy.
Hold Ron Burgundy over here.
Yeah. In 68th is Cowboy Chicken. That's Mr. Bill over there. Fuck Off is in 69. Nice. That works out quite well. Can't Tip for Hit. I believe that's you, Jeff.
That is me.
You're in 72nd on 63 points. But you're beating me. I'm at 84th.
Oh.
But 62. I'm on 62. I'm 1 point behind you, but I'm 1 point behind you, Jeff, and like friggin' 12 positions. It's competitive down the back here. You should be watching.
I do not know how these people can get so many tips right.
They're cheating.
It beats me, hey. It really
beats
does.
me.
They have to be
It
cheating.
beats me. I think I just need to flip coins.
Well, that was the idea behind the potato.
Potato flips a coin and is in 112th on 48. So
I'm not
All
going
right,
to.
maybe I won't flip the coins then.
don't flip any coins.
Okay.
It tends not to work.
As we've said, it did serve its purpose, was to straighten Pete up.
It worked.
it really did
it was a mental thing.
It has brought him to the top of the table.
We got into his head, and that was.
Yeah, exactly.
He's flying straight and narrow. In the private, we'll call it private, the patron tipping comp. Como 99's leading that one, 72 points. Trax is on the ranch, right behind him on 70, on 69 points. Nice. Kyle felt me up, Cody O'Hara 7, Valentine Fly Holmes on those ones. Get Your Tips Out is on 68, as well as a whole bunch of other people. In fact, so's Pistol Blazing Two Guns and Mal's Pies. So that competition's pretty tight. It's tight over there, like a tiger. So, see, big Donk 81 is at the bottom of that one on 28. There's 28 tipsters in that one, so well done, guys. Anyway, we'll move into this week, and it is, round 15. Kicks off Thursday night, 13th of June, 7:50 p.m, PointsBet Stadium. The Sharks, $1.33, the Dolphins, $3.30. It's they rank outsiders. You couldn't pay me to bet on them. That makes no sense. That's why I said it. The potato has gone the Sharks. I think the potato's onto something this week. I'm going to go the Sharks. Morgs?
It's hard to go past the Sharks. I will go by 12 points.
By 12, actually. Yeah, I didn't pick a margin, did I?
You better do that.
I'm going to go 4.
4.
I'm going to go my boring old 4.
Close game.
Yeah.
Down at PointsBet too.
I don't think it'll be that close. But
in the Shire, in God's country.
The Dolphins might lift. God's country.
It's God's country.
Settle down.
Trent will be there to corporate box.
Shark Park. Oh, it's a quality stadium, that one.
I heard he's a sponsor there now. We've lost the SPF sponsorship to Shark Park.
The SPF it'll be on the SPF's page. You'll be able to buy Shark Park soon.
It makes sense.
That's what he's gone down there for, actually, to negotiate selling Shark Park.
But it's prime real estate.
I bet it is.
Bang on the water there.
You've been there?
I've driven past it.
Oh,
beautiful.
It's the same.
It's beautiful. And all of a sudden there's this massive stadium. We're going, it's bloody Shark Park. It's not Shark Park. PointsBet.
Horrible. Horrible. Jeff?
I think I would be going the Sharks as well. I was just seeing how many scrolls on this. because I think it'll be.
A blowout.
Blowout.
I reckon it'll be a blowout.
I think the highest you can go is about 100.
Yeah.
Maybe not that much, but
Yeah. Give it a go. Just make it happen. What could go
Hey,
wrong?
what could go wrong?
Why not?
I can only go backwards.
Hey, I'm on the same points, but my margin sucks here, and that's how much Jeff's beating me by. So you go 100.
After you pointed out that me and Pistol are even except for margin, I've really got to tighten up my act.
Yeah, I do. Bill, sharks. Oh, fins up.
Oh, fins up.
Yeah, but which
Fins
fins? Sharks or dolphins?
Oh, well.
Fins. Porpoise.
No, you
It's
need
porpoising.
to, in these times where you are going against sharks and dolphins, the only way to separate it is you need to do the hammer,
Yeah.
right? You do the double hammer.
Is that what it is?
Is that how he does it? Something like that?
What is that?
I believe it's a tribal thing from his
Right.
people.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all
maybe
good.
like a warrior
'Cause he-
stance or something.
He's sort of like, it sort of seems to be a synonymous thing with the Dolphins, like he's doing the Dolphin. But he used to do it when he was with the Cowboys, so
Yeah.
unless he already knew he was going to the Dolphins.
It's worked out fantastic that he's gone to the Dolphins, but it is
Kind of.
definitely some sort of.
It hasn't.
It's a heritage.
Right. Hasn't worked out well for us that he's going to the Dolphins.
Oh no! And I'll tell you what, just quickly, he was awesome in State of Origin.
Yeah,
It just sort of twisted the knife a little bit.
a little bit. Everyone's like, why did the Cowboys let him go? Oh,
Yeah.
come on, we don't need that.
Why did we?
We don't need that. Friday,
We did.
we did. Yeah, 14th of June, 6 p.m, GIO Stadium. Raiders $1.67, Cowboys $2.20. The potato has gone the Cowboys, and because Pistol's not here, I'm going the Raiders. Ding, ding, ding. Morgan, you can do it. He's not here. He's not going to punch you in the arm.
I wasn't going to, but then I looked at it and went, Raiders look really good in this game.
Yeah, I know. And we look, I want to tip us, obviously.
Yeah.
But you just, I can't.
But I want to beat Pete in a tipping. And I know
You
he's
know he's going to go
Cowboys.
That's right.
So the sensible part of my brain, the logistical side says I should probably split the vote and go the Cowboys. It's like Survivor. You got to
Right.
split the vote.
Split the vote.
So I with great pain, I'm going Raiders.
Great pain.
Yeah.
All right, we'll say that. Jeff.
Jeff, don't hate us.
He's just walked out. He's had enough.
I mean, much as I would love to pick the Cowboys, I think the arguments are all there. I think Raiders, got to go Raiders, but I will be glad to get this tipper on.
Hell yeah.
Well, my argument was I want to beat Pete. I don't know if that's a good one. No,
you do what you do.
I think it's a smart tip.
When you go with the tips,
I think it's a smart
I've
tip.
always said it's all about your head, not your heart.
Yep.
Come on, Bill. You can go against him.
Cowboys, baby.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
sticking
look,
to the
I'm-
boys.
I'm glad you are.
He's sticking to the boys.
I'm glad you are.
I know that the relief teacher, the relief teacher's here this week, but the real teacher comes back next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still get in trouble.
Then you'll be in the shit. Big time. Yeah.
Oh, we'll get a message. We'll get a message tomorrow morning, I think.
I don't know what it's going to say.
Yeah.
I already know.
Yeah.
That's if he might just actually like kick us out of the chat
He
group.
might.
Might blacklist us,
Yeah, it's potentially.
hopefully. Yeah. 8 p.m, Accor Stadium. Rabbitohs, $2.35. Broncos, $1.60. Playing on a Friday night, but not at Suncorp. Risky for some. The potato has picked the Broncos. Look, I'd love to go the Rabbitohs, but they're just, there's no way. Although they've turned it around, playing the Eels and then the Titans. But I think Broncos are a different beast. With what's that gun fullback you like?
Tristan Saylor. He
Yeah.
is a weapon.
Yeah, righto.
Yep.
Is he Wendell, any relation to Wendell?
He is his, I think he's his second cousin twice removed.
You don't know.
I'm fairly confident in that.
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm going the Broncos here. Morgan?
Yeah, look, I'm going to Bronx mainly because of Tristan Saylor, and I don't think Mitchell has two in him.
Fair enough.
Nah, too many mouse pies for Mitchell.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Jeffrey?
Definitely got to go Broncos on this one.
You hate to see it, don't you?
You hate to see it, but the Rabbitohs are a rabble.
Aren't they?
Yeah,
Which
they're not the Rabbitohs for nothing.
It's a shame.
Very good. Billiam?
Broncos.
Broncos, sadly. Saturday, 15th of June, Leichhardt Oval. What a game. 3 p.m. The Tigers, $2.30. Titans, $1.62. Probably the first game they're going into this year as favourites. I don't know. I can't back that up. I haven't looked it up. But the potato has tipped the Titans. Good move. I too am going to tip the Titans here because if there's anyone that's more of a rabble than the Rabbits, it's the Tigers.
Is it Leichhardt where they had all the asbestos?
When the stadium fell over?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of both.
Yeah, I'm going Titans
Very good.
in that dump. Titans, baby.
Jeff,
Titans.
good move. Bill.
I'm going Tits.
Yes, he has. He's gone the Titans as well. 5:30 p.m. Go Media Stadium in
New Zealand.
New Zealand is the word I was looking for. It is the New Zealand Warriors are $1.90 up against the Storm at $1.90. Even money. Well, you know, it depends. The bookie's taking some of it. The potato has picked the Storm. I am going the Warriors.
Me too.
And there's a reason for that.
Is it because RTS and SJ is back?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm going.
But it's also because it might appear in a certain multi-later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it was my leg, so I need this to win.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Otherwise, we're copping twice the amount of shit.
At least if the Warriors, at least if we back into Warriors, people will be less angry.
Less angry
Us.
is probably the right
Yes.
level of terminology
Yes.
there. Jeff, Warriors Storm.
I got to go Melbourne on this one.
Oh,
I think the Warriors are just going to run out
I don't know.
run out of steam against
They
them.
looked pretty good last week.
They did. Surely they can't do that 2 weeks in a
You
row.
wouldn't think so.
Yeah, but they're at home now. Right, yeah.
The heat of Townsville may have sapped them.
Totally.
Yeah.
It was pretty warm.
Yeah.
Bill?
Storm.
Storm.
Oh,
Horrible.
Storm.
No. 7:35 p.m. Combank Stadium. Eels, $2.60. Roosters, $1.50. Not bad for a bottom four side. The potato has picked the Roosters. I don't know. There's a bit of controversy at the Roosters lately. You know. I'm going the Roosters. I hate it. I really don't like the Roosters. But also don't like Paris, so Morgs.
I am also going to go the Roosters. I had a look. Tedesco and my man Collins is back in.
Suoli, you back yet?
I think he might be out for a bit.
Yeah, it might be.
So yeah, I'm going to go Roosters. Did you guys just quickly? Did you see that Guffo captain's challenge where they challenged that he knocked on to avoid the worst penalty or whatever?
Oh, to avoid a 7-tackle set.
Wasn't that smart?
I heard
genius.
that it was smart, but I didn't see it.
I just read the article, but smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, smart play. Yeah,
Well-
good way to use it.
He knows the rules, and there's a handful of players that do. Strangely, it tends to be the halfback.
Yeah, it does surprisingly tend to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thought that was really smart of him. So shout out to Guffo.
Guffey,
As they call him these days, Dr. Guffo.
do they? I don't think they do.
They did after that game.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Dr. Guffo.
Dr. Guffey.
Yep.
Jeff.
Roosters for me.
Yeah. Bill? Roosters. All right, Sunday the 16th of June, 2 p.m, 4 Pines Park. Manly, $1.52. Dragons, $2.55. The potato has picked Manly. I too am going Manly, and Morgan is going...
I will go Manly as well. Yes.
Jeff?
Oh, this one's a toughie. Dargans or Manly?
Dargans, yes. Probably the Dargans.
I'd have to say Manly.
Good idea. Bill? Red V. He's going the Dargans. And then we're off to McDonald Jones Stadium at 4 p.m. on Sunday, or 4:05. I could just make it 4 p.m, honestly. And it's the Knights at $4. The Panthers are $1.25. Okay. The potato's gone the Knights. And, you know, that's what happens when you spin a potato around and hopefully it points in the right direction. I'm going the Panthers.
I think you have to go Panthers first game.
Jeff?
Panthers every day of the week, twice on Sunday.
Oh, well, and it is Sunday. Well, the game is. And Bill?
Yeah, the Riff.
Going the Riff. Very good. You know, I'm considering a joker.
I was actually surprised I had one left. And I'm also considering the old joker here.
Oh, I think I'm...
There's a few blowouts here.
There could be.
Yeah.
There could be.
I mean, it's really the Cowboys and... Who else is there? Cowboys and maybe Melbourne Warriors. It's really going to be a debatable game.
Potentially.
Yeah. Joker looks pretty attractive.
I'm doing it. I've locked it in. The Jokers are happening.
Yeah, me
Submitted
too.
me tips.
All right, I'm into it.
I think I hit Joker. I don't know.
Joker it up.
What happened to it? So that could either cruel me completely or just be a complete waste of time. Because that's what I'm good. And that's tipping for round 15. That was the wrong button.
It worked, though.
Oh. Yes, well, it's that time of the week. It's normally all thanks to, well, it's definitely thanks to Fusion Networks. If you've got glitches in your switches, if you've got issues with your cabling tissues, no, it just doesn't work. Look,
Doesn't work.
You need something configured. If you've got viruses, no, you don't.
I don't want to touch on it.
Just issues with your glitches with your switches. Go and see Morgan.
If you need an email set up, give me a holler.
He's a 365 expert. I'll give him that.
Yep.
So if you need 365, go and see Morgan at Fusion Networks.
I am a 365 guy over a Google guy, but I do have Google customers, so
Is that all right?
I'll have a crack at anything.
Who wouldn't? This week's multi is a little four-legger, and it doesn't involve Pistol because he's not at the table and he couldn't be bothered. So we threw this one together. This is a Morgan and Rob special, and this one is bound to win.
It's good.
Get on board, and I hope we tip the same as what we actually picked here. So we've got the Broncos on a Friday night. We're taking them with the 4.5 start, minus 4.5. That's $2, that one by itself. Then we're going across, we're jumping across to the AFL, where Hawthorn is going to destroy Richmond by more than 13.5 points. Then we're going to come back to the NRL, and the Warriors are going to get up over the Storm. This one's head-to-head.
That one I'm a bit worried about.
No, it's going to happen.
Now we did the tips.
I'm telling you now.
Okay.
And this one was my leg, so
Yeah.
I'll take full responsibility.
Okay.
And you'll love it. It's put a bit of juice on it. And then we're going back to the AFL, and this is all happening on Saturday except for that Broncos game. And we're going to take Sydney with a 17.5 head start against Adelaide.
Yeah, there's no chance they're losing.
The Swans, no, they're going all right. That one comes out with a little power play, pays $16.06. Throw $20 on that. And that one comes out to $321.38. Look, it's not as big as a Pistol multi.
It's not $2,000.
It's not $600, which is about where he wins. That's his sweet spot.
His sweet spot.
I think he's won 2 at about that rate. But, it's a little closer because Pistol's multi last week, he had, 7 legs,
Yeah.
and 2 of them came in.
No good. I think this is what we'd call old reliable,
Yeah.
you know?
But anyway, that's all thanks to Fusion Networks for your switches and your glitches.
It's
No,
like
glitches and your switches.
glitches and
this
switches.
Is why Pete does it every week,
Yeah,
not me.
He is better at it than
He's
you.
better at the intro.
This is like grandma's cooking. Like, it's good old-fashioned apple pie, sausage and bread. Like, it's just good old-fashioned tipping.
Good old-fashioned
Yep.
tipping.
Yeah, punting.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. One thing I just skipped over was Supercoach. I don't know if anyone still plays this.
I don't.
You don't even play it at all.
I never started, so I'm out.
Big Willie and Mike Hunt is, I said that a little too quick, is still leading the comp, 200 points ahead of Norfolk and Chance, who is on 15,800 points. In fact, I think Norfolk and Chance was winning last week. I can't really remember.
I think possibly, yeah.
Yeah, because there's about a 200-point difference in the actual points scored this week. Piggy Riddell's in 3rd, Big Footy Guy in 4th, Scotty Drink Milk in 5th, Keggers in 6th, Getting Felt Up in 7th, Kalinda Chasers in 8th. I'm in 9th. Jump 2 spots. Red Hot Richie, the Meme Team, 5-year plan, I Love Lamp. Oak Valley Chooks, Billy, you're in 14th, mate. he's here. He's impressed
along.
with that. Yeah. Rock Lobster, Drinky Fidel, Yam Catastrophe is in 17th. Ma'am Cunster is in 18th. Northern Stars in 19th. Cowboys Young Guns in 20th. And I just want to say the coach of the Cowboys Young Guns in our Supercoach comp is called Far Q D Ryder.
Hang on, can you run that past me again?
Far
Yeah.
Q
Yeah.
D
D.
Crider.
Crider.
Say it quickly.
But hang on, but he's the coach of the
Of the Cowboys Young Guns.
legit?
Well, in the Supercoach.
Oh, the team name is the Cowboy Young
The
Guns.
team name is the
Yeah,
Cowboys
okay,
Young
all right.
Guns. Yeah.
You had me for a second.
Yeah, well-
I was like, what is going on here?
Sorry, yeah. Hounds of Justice, that's Pete, is in 21st
Oh, there's no shock.
out of 25 in total.
Jeff,
So-
you're not a super coach player?
No, I think I tried it many years ago and just gave up.
Smart man.
Just gave up. It was just too much work.
I got 2 rounds in, and I'm like, injuries and people in and out. I'm just like, I don't know what's going on.
Wait till you frigging get bye rounds in State of Origin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ruins you.
Nah.
Absolutely. I
It's
somehow
too
fielded a
much.
team the other week. And, they only count
I
13.
missed one player.
Yeah, it's impossible. It's and people sit there and plan for the buys and who they're going to bring in because you only got a certain number of trades. And look, good on you. If you got the time, go for it.
I know a guy, he's in Townsville. He is a gun at Supercoach. He
Yep.
spends hours on it a week. He was like top, let's say 500 in the nation or something. I think he got a bit of a prize from KFC, maybe. Yeah, but he is a gun. But he's spending hours on it. Like, he is dedicated to it.
That's that is dedication. See the Americans, they with their draft, they have draft parties
Yeah, big time.
with their they call it Supercoach, I suppose, whatever they call it.
A fantasy.
Fantasy leagues.
Yeah, fantasy.
They
Yeah,
have-
what about the TV show about it, The League?
Is
You
that
ever-
what
you-
that's about?
It's about fantasy football.
Really?
Fantastic show. It went a bit off the rails and started being about everything. But
Okay.
I was in an NBA fantasy league with some Townsville people.
Yep.
And yeah, take it very seriously. We had a full draft party where you go around old mate's house and you get the pizzas and the beers and you're picking players and like it was intense.
Draft party.
Yeah, and I was watching games after games to try and keep up with these guys to know who's hot and who's not.
Yeah, right.
No, it's tough. I
Can't
haven't
do
got
it.
time.
I can do it with league, but
I can't do it with anything.
no.
No,
Fair enough.
it's too much.
Big investment of time.
Yep.
Yeah, can be.
Yep.
I used to do an AFL and an NRL.
Oh, you're crazy.
AFL, you're picking 30 odd players.
Yeah, and you got kids.
Well, this is pre-kids.
Oh, this explains a lot.
yeah.
Okay.
Back when I had, time.
Yeah, back when time. Well, I got enough. Oh, I got 2 cats.
Yeah.
They take a lot.
It's
of
the
time.
same.
Yeah,
Totally the same.
it's the same loading.
Mate, now I've got 2 kids, a cat, 3 fish, and a dog.
And a dog.
Yeah.
Man, you got a whole zoo over there.
It is a little bit of a zoo. Yeah.
It's like the Billabong Sanctuary.
All we need is a bird.
Any snakes?
Oh, I hope not.
We got spiders. We have a
Oh, yeah.
spider thing going on outside here.
We've got spiders.
Yeah,
Definitely got
it's no
spiders.
good.
In fact, one of the kids ran into one of the spider webs the other week.
Bet
That was a
they
freak
love
out.
I bet they love that.
That went well. The playlist. We're going to add some songs. Pistol. Strangely, Pistol had a song for
Hmm. Of all
this.
things.
Like, honestly,
He's gone to an old favourite though. Like I think he's gone.
Is it
to
though?
I feel he's used this before.
I don't want to put this in.
I'm actually looking for a song right now. 'cause
Someone
I'm
put
a
this
little
in. Someone put this band in once before. Anyway, Pistol's gone Nickelback.
Hmm.
So, and Hero. Look, I've probably heard it. I'm not going to play a tune.
off. I think he's phoned that one in to tell you the truth.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Nickelback. What a clown. I'm going to go one of our bands that we've mentioned the last couple of weeks, Rail Motor. I'm going to put a song in from Rail Motor. Now, you can take your pick here. I've actually grabbed 2 of their songs. So Wheeler Dealer, I like, and have a listen. And the main singer there is Kat, so I might be a little bit biased, but it's a good song. I like it. But another one is Waves.
I've heard big things about Waves.
Waves it's a little bit laid back. It's a bit of a ballad. You kind of need it when you're watching Cowboys games because it calms you down.
Good little relaxer.
Yeah, so I'll probably put sorry, Kat. I'll probably put Waves in the playlist, but have a listen to Wheeler Dealer as well.
I like it.
Listen to the whole album; it's pretty good. Morgan, what do you got?
Leading on from last week a bit, I've gone Daft Punk Instant Crush. I've been listening to a bit of Daft Punk this week.
Lately.
Yeah, but it's a cool, you're driving, I do a lot of driving around, like it's just a cool band to listen to as you're driving around. Nothing too wild, you're not listening to like techno, EDM like you're at some rave or something.
That's pretty
But
close.
It's just nice and synthy.
Synthy.
Yep, synthy is what I call it.
And that's-
French synth.
You need that in your Bimmer.
You do. Yeah, you do.
Is that why you get too much into the song and you forget where the indicators are?
I've never. I am so fastidious on indicators. Seriously, 2 o'clock in the
Rubbish.
morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, I will be indicating on roundabouts.
Really?
I will indicate every single damn time.
No one indicates on roundabouts.
No, I indicate. I could be the only car in Townsville I'm indicating.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Okay. You'll never get done for it in Townsville, you know that.
Oh, no, you could do anything in Townsville and not get done for it unless you're doing 66 in a 60 zone or you're using your phone.
Yeah, don't get done using your phone.
Stay away from the phone.
Meanwhile, you can steal a car and drive 120k. No, yeah, moving on.
Maybe. Anyway. Jeff, have you got a song for us?
I certainly do.
Excellent.
So I'm pushing us way back.
Oh, I
Back
don't
to
know.
the 70s.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that.
This is Rob Sitton zone.
Shut up.
So my song I'm suggesting is a song called What Is Hip
What is hip?
Hip.
by a band called Tower of Power.
Oh,
I've not heard of this.
Bit of funk.
Really? Tower of Power.
do you
What
like
is
a
hip?
bit of funk?
Can we get a quick little
Do
bar?
you want me to hum a bar?
Hum a bar.
I don't know if I'm going to hum
So-
any of it.
So you know, there's a line in the chorus in the chorus that that I think really resonates for me with our beloved Cowboys. So the line in there is, what is hip one day might become passé.
Oh, yeah.
So sort of,
This is funky.
I'm not very loud.
Oh, this is cool.
I feel like we should be...
In a piano bar or like a...
or,
In a
no,
club.
I won't say. Dutch ovening.
Oh, yeah, right.
Sort of that era.
Oh,
Well, it's a bit of funk. I like it.
interesting to see where your mind goes, Rob.
A bit of a trombone. Not a trombone. You're a bit of a trumpeter yourself.
I
So
am.
is this song one you've played? And,
I actually have played this one.
well, there we go.
Oh,
Look at
that's
that.
cool.
We're forming our own little brass band here.
Yeah.
We've got a trumpeter. I'll get that right one of these days. Pistol reckons you can play the trombone. Al the PC man has volunteered to bring in a trombone for Pistol to
Yes.
play one day.
Yes.
So when that happens, we might get you back with your trumpet, and we'll
Yes.
a little jam session.
Unfortunately, I have no musical ability whatsoever, so I will,
Bop. You can
I'll
just
bop.
You bop.
a little bit of bebop.
A bit.
Bip, bop, bop.
Shit.
I can't believe I
On
did
that
that. Can't believe I did that on air.
That's going straight to the reels.
Oh man, that's bad.
That's going to be our promo for
That's a
next
shocker.
week.
That is a shocker.
I loved it. That was good. Thanks for coming tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks for having
Thanks
me.
for coming in.
Thanks for being one of our longest Patreon supporters of all time.
Yeah, thank you for your support. We seriously could not do it without you.
Well, we 100% couldn't because that helped to buy this equipment, and we'd just sound like
If we'd be recorded into the iPhone, it wasn't for you.
yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
But thanks very much, and so find us at On The Ranch NQ on Instagram and on Facebook and wherever else, and on YouTube. Yeah, it's the whole reason Billy's here. That's why he's going YouTube. He's mouthing it to me. He's very good. XR Bob on Twitter is me. Morgan Holmes Evans over there. And Jeff, you do social?
Your social?
Oh, not really.
Try to avoid it. It's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got off X ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Smart move.
So long ago, you're actually calling it X, and I'm still calling it Twitter.
And Rob, the meetup?
The meetup is for Patreon fans. So we won't go into that too much.
Join Patreon. You can come along.
Join Patreon, and you'll find the invite in there.
Yes.
And you can come along to where we will be watching
So
the
sign
game.
up today and you can come along.
Exactly. And
Yes.
it is this Friday night, but that's as much as I'll say.
Yes, that's all we can divulge. But if you sign up, then you're in.
And Pistol swears he's going to be there. It's a
Pistol
lie.
will be there.
Absolute lie.
With a panicking.
Yeah.
Yes.
If he does, this is going to go one of two ways. He's going to be really sensible, or he's going to just go downhill. And then he's going to be in so much trouble.
Yeah, he'll be in trouble.
Wonder which way we're going to push him.
Yeah, we'll see.
Up the boys.
Go the Cowboys.
Go the Cowboys.